We are approaching the halfway point of the legislative session. Legislators have only 5 weeks left in Tallahassee to get all of their bills through committees and pass a budget. The time has come for you to decide. Will you stay on the sidelines, or will you stand with us for every student, every school, every day? The House Education Committee held an intense debate on school improvement legislation. This bill would provide $200 million to charter school companies that open schools targeting high-needs communities. This is above the normal per-pupil expenditure, and these extra dollars would fund professional development, incentives for community support programs, and pay teachers for extended days and extra tutoring. These are the very same strategies FEA has advocated for in our traditional public schools serving disadvantaged communities.
One of the things that our accountability system does is it puts teachers in a box. And so we allow charter schools all kinds of flexibility, but our regular traditional teachers are stuck in a box that specifies when and what and how.
In my county, we had several charter schools close before the end of the school year. Do you know where those students came? They came back to Pinellas County schools.
Let's be honest with ourselves. If you want to bring in charter schools, bring in the charter schools. Yes, hold them accountable. Yes, hold the public schools accountable. But let's not sit at the table and let's be honest that just because you bring in a different entity, that is going to change the dynamic, because that's not true. I believe that the direction that we're going in is not the right direction, and we need to reconsider. Thank you very much.
The proposed committee bill on school improvement is essentially a giveaway to charter schools. We know the real solution is not to take a traditional public school and make it a charter school where they have fewer regulations and they can kick students out. But if we could just decrease the regulations on the traditional public schools, we know they would be able to educate the children much better.
Despite hours of passionate testimony and debate against the bill, it passed out of committee. Once again, your retirement is on the chopping block. The House Government Accountability Committee proposed a bill that would cripple the Florida retirement system, otherwise known as the FRS. This bill changes the default in the FRS from the pension plan to the investment plan. In other words, if new employees do not choose, they will end up with the riskier of the two plans. This bill deviously takes advantage of public employees. New employees who do not feel knowledgeable enough to make a selection for their retirement should default into the safest plan, not the most risky. Even more worrisome, the House of Representatives passed the evil union-busting bill on Thursday after lengthy debate. If this bill passes the Senate and becomes law, unions with memberships under 50% will be decertified and forced to hold a recertification election, a time-consuming and costly endeavor.
HB 11, the decertification bill, what do you think?
I think it's going to pass the House, and I think we have to be prepared for that. We like to say that all bad things from the House go to the Senate to die, so let's be hopeful about that. But for us in the FEA, we have to think of a couple of things. First is, we must be doing something right if they're coming after us in that fashion. So I think turn up the heat and keep after it. And the second thing is, we have to do our work at home. We know our best defense is a great offense. And so we should be doubling down on our membership and making sure that every single local in this state is above the 50% density mark. And then it's a non-starter for us.
FEA will keep a close eye on all of these bills that are detrimental to our students and public school professionals. And we will continue to fight for every student, every school, every day.